special welcome to you today from me, Prashana. As I took a few moments to settle myself, there was so much happening within the consciousness. It took me about 4.5 hours this morning just to settle and become present. It's as if the consciousness was shifted into another realm of energy. I cannot really put it into a defined flow of thoughts, but all I can share with you was there was a numbness within, like no pre-planning, no thinking. I just went with the flow. And whatever I had to see, whatever I had to do, and all the duties that needed to be done just happened. And as I sit here right now, there was such a shift in my energy, as if a rebirthing has happened. And if you opened onto this video right now, I'm sure you are going through this huge transformation. And I say huge because it can just knock you over because you don't know what's happening. The energies of your own self, your karma, the universe, and the junction where we are at the moment in this life, I've been resonating with the idea of the confluence age. So what that means is we're right in the middle of the old way of living, the old paradigm shift of thinking into the new paradigm way of thinking, and we're actually right in the middle. So the convergence of the old and new. And if we are not stable within ourselves, we're going to either stay in the old wiring of thinking and being and living, or we're going to fluctuate at this moment because our own mind is pulling us between the two worlds, if that kind of makes sense with you. This has been my digestion over the last few hours. And the only way I can solidify myself is my own self. That there is a stable strength within the self that doesn't shake, that is immovable, that is constant. But no doubt it requires every day to anchor ourselves in our own self, especially if our loved ones are going through a wobble, or relationships are in a wobble, or your own health is challenging, which is really the times we are in. We need to just regroup. And so I invite you right now to join me in this whole energy of stabilizing the self in our authentic self. And miracles are waiting to unfold. And I like to use the word of a very strong energy within us. A lovely word that comes to mind is a Shakti energy. And let's do that right now. Stabilize ourselves in the Shakti strength. Especially if you are of a feminine energy, so you in a female body, your vibrations are really on a very, very elevated level of being. And that's why you've been gifted with the feminine energy. You've been gifted with the female body, rebirthing, regrouping. Rebirthing is a beautiful word, I think, for the new world, and even presently where we are at. There's just so much of information to share, but I'm thinking let's just stabilize in this energy and see where to from here. And no doubt every human being, human soul, has masculine and feminine energy, no doubt about it. It's to balance the both energies and be stable in, I would say, beingness or soul consciousness. And so when you need to act from a feminine energy, so shall it be. When you need to act from a masculine energy, so shall it be. And so the aim is to find the balance. And let's do that right now. Out of the thoughts, out of the chatter of the mind. Let's become quiet and really zone into a very pristine energy. So, let's begin. I'd love for you to take yourself out of your thinking mind and become quiet. Settle into peace, into a sacred space of who you really are. Pure energy. It's nice to close the eyes because then you get to feel. You go into heart space. When we see through these eyes, very easily we can formulate judgment, analysis, criticism. But when we become quiet, we act from an innate space. So be very kind with yourself now and breathe. Breathing brings you to calm. Breathing brings you to stillness. And it is in stillness you get to feel who you really are. So stay grounded now. Feel the energy around you. Hear the voice. And breathe into your own self now. The voice is merely the catalyst to get you grounded, stable, and into the beautiful, real you. So breathe and settle down. Take yourself into the most beautiful sight, the amazing scenery around you, and breathe. As I keep on settling in the physical body. The body is the vehicle for my inner being. I give good wishes to my body now, and I let it pass, the weight pass. And I transcend my thoughts, my energy, high above into the most subtle space, like the fluffy clouds, an unlimited energy, timeless. And I feel, float, I float, but I am nourished and secure with protection of the divine source over me, so I am never alone. I breathe. I am centered at the center of my forehead, wherein lies the real me. I am a soul having a human experience, a true gift for me today. So I breathe. I breathe this protective energy into my heart. I am free flowing in energy. And I see a rose in front of me, a red rose. I am like this blossoming rose, ever so bright. I bloom in different seasons. I may fade in certain seasons. It is part of life. This is called renewal of spirit today. I fall, I rise, I wobble down the pathway, but I come back brighter, shining like a star. I see the beautiful part of who I am. And I spread the energy throughout my physical body. I spread the energy to my loved ones, near and afar. I spread the rays of light out into the universe, that all my needs will be provided surely as the tide flows in. And I am expanded in this light and brightness now. I glimmer and shimmer in this light. And I am most importantly patient with myself, patient with the role. But in moments like this, I realize that I am more, so much more. So I hold gratitude in my heart for spending time with myself. I will have respect for myself today. The highest form of respect is self-respect. Respect for myself, giving time for my mind out of the noise into quiet. The greatest gift I can give myself today. So I breathe, and I feel the silence, a powerful energy now. And I stay here for a moment longer, absorbed in this pure, pristine energy of being a light. I am a lighthouse and a might house, a beacon of light. Past, present, future. My future self, the new version of me, is imprinted in my DNA right now. I take a moment to feel myself now. It will take a few days to settle in, about 3 days to settle into the new you. So whatever you see with these eyes, whatever you hear, however you speak, let it pass. Thank you. And so I, the being of light, send rays of light and might to you, and may today be that rebirthing, a high jump into the perfect form of who you were born to be. Lots of love and namaste to you by name. Have a day of remembrance today.